Hi everybody, it's Jack from Pure World, and on today's Pure World podcast episode, we're doing things a little bit differently. We're in Boston at the Snowport, and we're going to interview everyday people to hear about their years, what they've learned, and what they're looking forward to. So, come on. So as you can see, it's very busy here. We're going to try to find some people to talk to. Hey guys.
Hi.
It's nice to meet you guys.
Nice to meet you.
My name is Jack. This is Rob behind the camera.
Hi.
And we're filming interviews today for our podcast, the Pure World Podcast. One thing that we're really interested in as the year comes to a close is what you guys have learned and maybe what you're looking forward to in the new year.
I have learned that with good comes bad and with bad comes good. And that you can't have one without the other, and you can't appreciate the good without the bad.
Kind of like yin and yang.
Kind of like yin and yang. There's a
Yeah,
balance.
absolutely. What's your name?
Andrew.
Okay. Andrew, where are you from?
I'm from New Jersey, but I've been in Boston for 6 years.
Oh, wow. Okay. How has your last year been? Have you gone through any challenges?
Yeah, I was working at a company as a software engineer, but I basically was laid off, in summer, and it was my first job out of college, so I thought I was doing pretty well for myself, and then all of a sudden, shit just kind of hit the fan, and I was kind of forced to scramble and look for a new new job because I was moving into a new apartment.
Right, you needed to be able to pay the rent.
Yeah, and the rent was going to be even more expensive than the last place. So, that was there was a couple months in there where I was updating my resume and doing interviews and stuff, and I was kind of discouraged because it was at the same time there's a lot of layoffs going on in tech, and also I hadn't been job searching in a while, so yeah, it was pretty hectic. But luckily, I started a new job last 3 weeks ago.
Well, congratulations. That's awesome. Do you have any advice for somebody who is in a similar situation where they're maybe looking for a job?
Yeah, so the biggest thing for me was the short-term results obviously don't equal your actual self-worth. And for me, it's I was aware of that fact, when I would get rejected or get pretty far in a company, and then the last stage I wouldn't make it, and even though I'm aware that that doesn't actually mean I don't deserve a job or I'm not good enough, but even knowing that, I was still struggling. So obviously first you be aware of that, and then second just I guess believe in yourself, because it's going to be pretty hard regardless. So.
Yeah, dude, I couldn't have said it better. Believe in yourself. That's the headline.
Yeah.
What goals do you have for this next year? Do you have a New Year's resolution?
I haven't thought about a resolution. I guess next year, short-term goals is just make sure I do well at this job and try a little harder this time. And then general goals, maybe I don't know, just stay connected with the people I care about, because the farther out from college I got, it's the connections are less. They're not as free, basically. They don't just happen as easily. So.
Is there a regular activity you could do to better stay in contact with the people you love?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, at this point, even just calling my friends, straight up cell phones, I feel like I haven't been doing that until more recently, but yeah, just calling someone up, just shooting the shit, so I've been doing that more often. So.
That's amazing. Well, Andrew, thank you so much for chatting. Oh. Here's a little gift for you.
Awesome. Oh my God.
And that's, Pure World, so that's the podcast. And if you Google us, you'll find us. Thank you so much for your time. I hope you have a wonderful holiday season.
Yeah, you too. Enjoy Snowport.
Cool.
Enjoy the holidays.
All right. Thanks so much. Excuse me. We're doing interviews for people. I was wondering if you guys would be interested.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so what are your names?
Ruth. Gia.
Okay, cool. My name's Jack. This is Rob. Have you guys had any challenges or big successes in the last year?
I would probably say a big challenge is graduating high school and getting into college.
So where are you in that process? How is that going?
So I'm still applying to some schools. I'm trying to keep my grades up. I mean, they're good so far. I've been doing pretty good, but just maintaining that.
Cool. And how about you?
I feel like one of my biggest challenges so far has been, I don't know, actually like moving on like from friendships and things like that. I feel like I've matured this year, which is like one of my I'm more happy about that. So yeah.
That's awesome. Cool. How are you looking into this new year? What are you looking for out of 2023?
Memories. Just
Yeah.
like making memories.
Being able to say I did something,
Yeah.
like not having any regrets.
Wow. I like actually relate with that, especially as you graduate high school. That summer after is pretty awesome. It's very liberating for sure. Is there any like activity or specific goal that you could do to make that into a reality?
I would say just trying to make the most of our senior year. Every trip, every dance, every opportunity we're given, just to have as much fun as possible.
Not saying no, so
Yeah.
saying yes to things, like just
Right.
being like, yeah, like I'll go.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, hey, ladies, thank you so much for chatting with us. Here's
Thank you.
here's some gifts. These are coin purses. Again, it's the Pure World Podcast. If you look us up on Instagram or TikTok or Google, you'll find us.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Cool.
guys.
Have a great night. See ya. What's your name first?
My name's Luke.
Okay.
Yeah. What's your name?
Jack. And this is Rob over here. This is the Pure World Podcast.
My year. Let me think. I thought, I did a lot of growing in 2022. I had a successful year.
Good.
I found a lot of success in school, athletics, and in my relationships. So I guess in 2023, I'm just trying to continue all that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Is there one regular activity you could do in this next year to make that a reality?
Activity, I think, is just working harder. I got to keep working harder, and I think people say how could you expect to stay at how could you expect to level up in life if you just don't work hard? You just keep doing the things you do. So I think work harder and continue to do that even harder than I did in 2022. Take all that to the next level, and that'll take everything else to the next level too.
Yeah, I think working hard is like essential. I mean, you're competing against people who maybe were born stronger or smarter, just like a higher IQ, but like the one thing that you can control is the amount of effort that you put into it. So, hey, thank you so much for chatting with us.
right.
Again, this is the Pure World Podcast, and super nice meeting you. Have a great night. So, what are your names?
Logan, Gabby.
Okay, very nice to meet you, Logan and Gabby. Do you have a New Year's resolution?
Just to kind of stay positive and I don't know, spread love and joy.
That's a great resolution. Is there something that you could do like every day or every week to achieve that?
Probably see people that I love
Cool.
or talk to people that I love.
Totally. All right, and Logan, do you have some sort of a bucket list item for next year?
I'm going to Berlin, Germany next year, so probably trying to explore that and maybe try to venture out into Europe as well after that.
Awesome. That sounds really exciting. Well, thank you guys so much for chatting with us. We have a couple gifts as thank yous. Yeah. Was there a challenge that you overcame this year, perhaps?
I failed at a challenge. My goal was to sleep more, try and get 8 hours. I've been getting like 6.
Have you tried any techniques to try to help you sleep better?
I've been trying to read, but I think that just stimulates me more. I don't know. Who knows? But
Interesting.
yeah.
Interesting. I've heard that if you get into bed and your mind starts racing, what you should do is you should get up out of bed and sit in a designated chair and read. And then when you get tired, you go into bed.
Gotcha.
And then if your mind continues to race, you have to get up, go back to the chair, start reading again.
Okay.
And what this will do is it'll condition your brain to know that when you're in bed, it's time to sleep. It's not time to think.
I'll try
Yeah.
that. That might actually work.
Hey, just a suggestion, man. It's super nice meeting you.
too, man. Thank you.
And here,
What's the name of the podcast?
it's Pure World, and
Okay.
here's a little gift from us.
Oh, awesome.
It's a hemp handcrafted in Nepal
Oh, awesome.
bag, and
like
that's
that.
what our business is. So
Very cool. Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
yeah,
It's good
thank
meeting
you. Have a great night. All right. So first off, what's your name?
My name's Nick.
Where are you from?
I'm from New Hampshire.
Is there one moment of this last year where you said to yourself, "Man, life is tough"?
Yeah, actually, yeah. Yeah, no, not even. Actually, yeah. I broke up with my girlfriend earlier, but like that's a whole nother story. But I'd say actually like my dog dying was really rough. My dog Ozzy died after my ex-girlfriend dumped me. So
I'm sorry to hear that. I mean, that's like really.
Water under the bridge. Water under the bridge.
It's life, right? I mean, the way that life moves is pretty crazy. And how about this new year that's coming? What are your expectations?
I think it's gonna be a great year, honestly. I mean, I
love to hear that. Let's talk.
I know.
Let's talk
I know.
again.
The economy's definitely gonna crash, guys. But,
Yeah, I'll talk to you again in March.
but I'm a college kid, so like I ain't gotta worry about that yet. But like I'll tell you what, I'm definitely gonna focus on my grades a little more. I found what works for me with studying and all that. I'm a junior in college, but like it's a little late in the game, whatever. But I'm here to study for sure, and I'm starting another sport, club hockey. Sorry.
That'll be fun. That'll be fun.
Yeah, it'll be.
All right, so what's your one goal? Do you have a bucket list item? Is it a resolution?
I'd say I don't know. I really love hockey, so I'm gonna try and score the most goals on my team. Honestly.
And what can you do on a regular basis to maybe make that a reality?
I guess practice more. Spend less time playing video games up in my room, but go down to the basement, shoot some pucks. I watch some more videos on like how to play hockey better. I don't know.
How about diet? What about
sure. Exercise? I go. We went to the gym today. We went to the day before and the day after.
Awesome.
So on.
Well,
so we've been working.
Cool.
Yeah.
How about you? Have you had any challenges this last year?
Tell us about that.
Honestly, this year's been really great. That sounds so weird, but every year before that's been kind of rough. So, I don't know. My biggest challenge, I'm a senior in school, so I have to navigate like being an actual adult and finding a job and all that shit that I don't want to deal with. So that's probably the hardest thing for me right now because all my friends are like set on what they're doing and I feel like I'm a mess.
Is there one recommendation you could give to somebody who's also a senior and also thinking about what the next chapter of their life would be like?
So something I keep telling myself that like even though it seems like a total mess right now, like everything will find its place and work out and be completely fine, even though I feel like everything's going wrong and I'm not like in the right place as everyone else is ahead of me. Like it's gonna be okay and you're gonna figure it out even if you feel like you're behind. So just like stick with it, apply to as many jobs as you can, like find what makes you happy, like don't do what your parents want you to do, but just do what you want to do and you'll be fine.
Totally. If I were to give some advice to somebody who's looking for a job, I would say not only apply to as many jobs as you can, but make sure you're on LinkedIn.
Yes.
Make sure that you've got an updated profile, but also put some effort on a weekly or maybe even twice a week basis to shed some knowledge. Everybody's got their own insights. Everybody is an expert in their own respective. So to take that education, to take your personal knowledge and share it with the rest of the world is super valuable. And then in addition to that practice, I would say identify 100 to 300 companies that you would dream to work for, and then go and friend a bunch of people in the departments that you would even consider going to.
Idea, man.
And then, especially if you've got lots of time.
Oh man, I'm an economics major. I'm currently applying to internships.
Yeah.
Oh, this fits perfectly. Yes, absolutely.
Just start building those relationships early. Well, hey guys, thank you so much for chatting.
Yeah,
we've got some
absolutely.
gifts for
Oh,
you.
dude, I'm gonna use this all the time.
And hey, again,
Bring it
it's
here, man. Bring it
it's the
here.
Pure World
Thank you so much,
podcast.
Cameron.
So
Man.
if you look us up on the internet,
There's like fucking Lightning McQueen out here, dude. That's what you are.
well, have a great night, guys.
Hey,
It's
have a great night.
super nice meeting you.
TikTok.
Yeah. Okay.